Hello, it's Paige Green at Paige Green's Tutoring, and today is the second video in a series of videos focusing on solving equations. Today we're going to be looking at solving two-step equations. So this is when it requires us to do two things instead of one to find that missing value. So let's have a look at our first example. Here we have 2x plus 3 equals 19. Now, we need to find out what x is on its own. So we need to get as close to x as we can. Now, you might be thinking, right, well, we could get rid of this 2, or we could get rid of this 3 first. Now, it's actually really important the order that you do this. So if you think, let's say out loud what we're doing 2x plus 3. So we're essentially saying we're doing x times 2, and then we're adding 3. So think about it like a function machine. We're saying that we have x, and then we're timesing it by 2, and then we're adding 3 to give us 19. So when we're getting rid of them, we've got to make sure we're working backwards. So because the last thing we did was adding 3, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that 3. So it's really important that you're getting rid of this 3 before the 2. So to get rid of the 3, remember we have to do the opposite. So we're going to take away 3 from both sides. And now we can get rid of that 2. Now remember, that's like saying 2 lots of x, which is just x times 2. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide by 2. And that leaves me with x equals 8. So let's have a go at this second one doing the same thing. So we've got 3x take away 5, which gives us 19. Now the last thing we did was take away 5. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that 5. So just making sure we're working backwards. So the opposite of taking away 5 is to add 5. So making sure we're doing that to both sides. And then to get rid of this 3, we do the opposite. So 3x is like 3 times x. So to get rid of the 3, we divide by 3, which leaves me with x equals 8. So could you use that now to have a go at these two questions? Pause the video, have a go, and press play when you're ready to mark it. Okay, for this first question then, you should have got rid of your 5 first. So to get rid of your 5, the opposite is to take away 5. So that would have left you with 4x equals 16. And then you want to get rid of your 4 by dividing both sides by 4, leaving me with x equals 4. Now for this second one, again, you need to make sure you're getting rid of this 7 first, because that's the last thing we do. So it's the first thing we're going to get rid of. Now the opposite of taking away 7 is to add 7. And then we're going to divide by 3 to get rid of this 3. Now you might have got a decimal answer. You might have typed it in your calculator and thought, well, what is 8 divided by 3? And that would have given you 2.66666. But you can actually just leave it as a fraction. So you can see your answer is 8 over 3. So a bit of a trickier one there, just kind of bringing in that fraction and decimals. Let's have a look at 2 more examples. This first one, we have x over 3 plus 3 gives us 7. Now, thinking about that function machine again, we're doing x divided by 3, and then we're adding 3. So because the last thing we did was add 3, it's the first thing we're going to do here. So getting rid of that 3, make sure we're doing the opposite. We're going to take it away. And that gives us x over 3 equals 4. And now we want to get rid of this 3. Now that's dividing by 3, so the opposite is to times. So we're going to get x equals 12. So exactly the same process, we've just got that division in there this time. Let's have a look at this. So again, x divided by 4 take away 6. Taking away 6 is the last thing we do, so it's the first thing we're going to get rid of. Getting rid of that minus 6, we're going to add it onto both sides, leaving me with x over 4 equals 10. And now we can get rid of that 4. Now remember, Dividing by 4, the opposite is to times by 4. So you're going to get x equals 40. Now could you use that to have a go at those two questions there? Pause the video, press play when you're ready to mark your answers. Now for this first question, you should have got rid of your 7 first by taking it away from both sides, leaving with you x over 3 equals 11. And then you could get rid of your 3 by timesing both sides by 3, leaving you with x equals 33. Your next one, getting rid of that 6 first, so we're going to add 6 to both sides, which leaves me with x over 4 equals 8. And then we're going to get rid of this 4 by timesing both sides by 4, leaving me with x equals 32. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an introduction onto two-step equations. Join me in the next video where we'll be looking at solving equations when we've got brackets. So it just requires us to do one more thing before we do the solving of equation like we've done in the past 2 videos. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.